Hey, what up everybody? This is Steve Bridge coming to you here tonight with TNA Impact results for Hardcore Homecoming on TNA Impact. This was an awesome show. We got 4 or 5 really good matches here. I was really surprised by how good the action was on this show. TNA stepped up to the plate and honestly did deliver. It wasn't like that, was it No Surrender? I still can't remember that show, how pissed I was. And they promised us that they were going to deliver 4 great matches in one night. Only gave us 2 and said to come back next week and we were going to give you 3. I was pissed. I was big time pissed, and I think that was when I really started to really shut the door myself on TNA. I know that there was a free show, it was just basic television, but I honestly have never really forgiven them for that. News came out today that TNA has found some sort of a deal with Spike TV that is going to keep them with Spike TV on Wednesdays throughout the end of the year. So TNA is safe on Spike TV until I don't know what the last Wednesday of December is, but that last week of December is normally a throwaway anyways, with it being the week after Christmas. Heading into New Year's, it's a big-time holiday week, so they got some time to figure out what they're going to do. Maybe they'll keep talking with Spike TV, like Dixie Carter said. I think everybody was thinking that she was lying, but here they are with some sort of a deal, so it sort of shows you that there was some truth behind that, actually. Everybody's hoping for TNA to pull through and find something out. Maybe Wednesdays will be a night that they can strike fire on. I know that everybody's thinking that SmackDown moving to Thursdays is going to change its luck. Honestly, I think you put that show on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. We already know that WWE doesn't really care about SmackDown. I think that's the reason why not that many people watch it. How many times have you seen this? They do things on SmackDown and they turn around and do the same exact match on Monday Night Raw, knowing that people didn't watch it. If you want people to watch that show, you need to make it special. I don't know if it means going back to the brand split or just doing things that really matter in a storyline and not repeating them on Monday Night Raw, so that way people learn, oh, if I don't watch SmackDown, I don't know what the fuck people are talking about. Hardcore Justice opened tonight with a Stairway to Janice match. It was Bram versus Abyss. This was a very good hardcore match. These guys were really beating the crap out of each other. The ladder in the middle with them climbing up to the top of the ground, Janice, was a pretty good thing that the match was built around. There was barbed wire boards that they were throwing each other in all around the ring. It came up when Bram got busted open very early in the match. They were climbing up to the top of the ladder when Abyss gave Bram a choke slam off the top of the ladder. He dumped out thumbtacks into the ring, which just made the match just more of a extreme setting. They set it up where Abyss was about to hit the black hole slam on Bram when Bram gave him a shot to the nuts, where he was able to grab Janice and give him a good shot, and that match was over. Very good match, especially with a show called Hardcore Justice. It just puts the show in the right perspective that this is going to be a little bit of a different wrestling show going on tonight. From there we went to some sort of a promo where Ethan and Rhino, I had no idea what the fuck they were talking about, but they were pissed off at each other, and that's basically all I get. I think that's what I get for not really watching the show last week. Loki and Joe had a great match. It was a match basically built around, Joe trying to hit the muscle buster on Loki. He finally was able to get Loki in a spot on the top rope where he was able to hit the muscle buster on it, and Joe was able to get the win and keep the X Division Championship. Anderson versus Shaw was a very good, it was an I Quit match? Yeah, that was the I Quit match. And, basically they built a very good story about making you feel sorry for Sam Shaw. This guy was very creepy. He was stalking around Christy Hemme. He was following her around. He would never let her go, and then he kidnapped her and all that stuff. They threw him in the psychiatric ward. It was going to be funny about how they were going to be able to bring him back, and here it is. Anderson slapping the guy around and saying that he's creepy and he doesn't like him, and it sort of makes it weird that Mr. Anderson is the babyface of this whole deal. Anderson was able to get the win here with a very aggressive style in this match where he hit the armbar on Sam Shaw, and Sam Shaw tapped out. Gunner did come down to the ring. He never got involved, but he was watching this. We had an interview set with 3D and the Hardys coming down. Basically, Hardys came down saying that they wanted to be known as the best tag team in the world, and they had to do what they had to do in order to do that. They needed to win the TNA World Tag Team Championship, something that they had never done before. 3D took instant thought into what was going down. You know, as long as they're still around in TNA, they're not going to let anybody think that they're the best tag team in the world. They basically called out the Wolves, and the Wolves told both of them, you know, you guys have an open shot at the tag team shots anytime you want them, setting up probably more than likely matches against the Wolves on these upcoming shows that are coming up. They had an interview segment where Dixie Carter was getting interviewed, just basically saying that she was dead. Gail Kim versus Angelina was a pretty good match for being a knockouts match. That one was a the 10 count, what the fuck they call those? Belly-to-belly suplex on a chair, was able to get Gail Kim to win. She had a tough time in the ring because Velvet Sky was down there at ringside, kept on getting her names involved. And then 6 Sides of Steel, they did the Hulk Hogan and Paul Orndorff Mr. Wonderful finish. Basically with both guys climbing over the top of the cage on opposite sides, reaching the floor at the same time, different refs raising both of their hands. Basically, this show ended in a draw. Where we go from here, more than likely, is going to be Eric Young versus Robert Roode getting another match. These guys had a series of matches when Eric Young was champion and Robert Roode was going after the title. This is basically what set Robert Roode up as a babyface. So, you know, they sort of shook hands and said they weren't going to wrestle again. Eric Young gave Roode one last shot at the championship when he was champion. But it seems they're going to have another match to find out who the #1 contender is going to be. Hopefully Robert Roode's going to be able to pull that match out. Honestly, I thought this was a very good show. I didn't see very many people tweeting about this show. I don't know how you could really forget about TNA moving to Wednesdays. I can honestly say that I don't have a big part in the world of wrestling, but I did everything I could. I tweeted out, don't forget. Made the preview video last night, and I'm hoping that enough of you guys were able to check this out to see what we can happen with TNA in the future. Peace out.